This is Major, a long-haired German Shepherd and the floofiest member of our family. This is the Shark Classic Anti-Hair Wrap Upright Pet Vacuum Cleaner. One is a shedding machine with enough fluff to stuff a mattress, the other is a suction powerhouse built to take on fur-covered carpets and hairy disasters. In today's showdown, we're pitting Major, the master of mess, against the Shark, the champion of clean, to see who comes out on top. Let battle commence. This little fella was adorable as a puppy, and you know what? He still is. But 4 years after he joined the family, our Vax vacuum cleaner gave up the ghost and joined the choir invisible. The Vax was just no longer a match for this now full-sized chonky floof, and we needed a replacement. Fast! And one that was up for the challenge. So into the breach came the Shark NZ801UKT, the so-called standout vacuum cleaner for pet owners wanting a bit of flexibility. Back in 2021, our research showed that this mean machine could handle the Floofmeister head on, and here's why we chose it. First of all, we wanted suction power and longevity, and we felt that a cordless vacuum just wouldn't cut the mustard. The length of the power cable was also important to us. We wanted to cover a lot of ground without having to constantly change the plug socket. So at 8 meters long, the Shark ticked that box. There were other important reasons why we chose this vacuum, but before we come back to them, let's take a look at what it's like out of the box. What you're seeing here is the original unboxing from 2021. It's now 2025 and the vacuum is still going strong. It was well packaged in an environmentally friendly way. Everything was paper or cardboard, barely any plastic in sight other than the actual machine. First out was the floor head, and as you'll see in a moment, it has the combo of the rubber fins and bristles, which is the magic behind the anti-hair wrap technology. Next up was the wand, which I'm rather deftly unpacking here before unfurling the hose, which, like everything with this product, is very easy to detach when needed. This is the Power Pet Brush for removing pet hair and dirt from carpeted stairs, and this is the upholstery tool for curtains and other delicate fabrics. Here we have the crevice tool, which I found does the heavy lifting at cleaning hard to reach areas with a movable brush to loosen debris and protect surfaces. And the final item out of the box is the detachable lift-away pod, which helps to make vacuuming the stairs so easy compared to previous upright-only vacuum cleaners that we've owned. By the way, there is an Amazon link to this product in the description below. If you do decide that this is the vacuum cleaner for you, then by clicking on that link to purchase it, it won't cost you anything extra, but I'll earn a small commission, and it just helps to support the channel. Let's get back to it. We'll have a look at putting it together in a few moments, but first, here's a countdown of 5 fun facts about German Shepherds. Number 5. German Shepherds are ranked as the 3rd most intelligent dog breed, making them highly trainable and versatile for roles like police work, search and rescue, and therapy. 4. These dogs require regular physical and mental stimulation to keep them happy and healthy, often thriving in active households. 3. Most German Shepherds have a double coat, an undercoat for insulation and a top coat for protection against dirt and water. 2. Unlike standard German Shepherds, long-haired ones like Major often lack the dense undercoat, making them less weather resistant but giving them a softer, silkier appearance. And number 1. Long-haired German Shepherds shed year-round and even more during seasonal changes, earning them the nickname German Shedders. Back in 2021, here's my lovely wife assembling the Shark straight from the box. Firstly, she attaches the wand to the floor head base. Then she secures the hose to the top of the wand before locking the lift-away pod into place. And here she is demoing the bottom release flap, which empties the chamber when full. Here's me in 2025 emptying it for real. And what I like about the Shark is there's also a flap at the other end if anything's stuck at the top. Underneath the lift-away pod is the filter, which you can easily remove to clean, and as you can see on this warning sign, you should do that every 3 months to avoid loss of suction. We bought a set of 4 filters from Amazon in 2022, and we haven't needed to buy any more as yet. Here she is in 2025, removing the dirty filter to replace with one that's been through the washing machine. Adding a dash of Zoflora to the clean filter is a great hack for giving the house a nice fragrance as you vacuum. This other filter can easily be removed and washed. Just make sure it's dry before adding back into the machine. To finish the main assembly, Jax fixes the bottom of the hose into place. The Shark has this simple switch which allows you to adjust the level of suction as required to avoid lifting up rugs accidentally. As you can see, it's simple to fix accessories like the pet power brush at the end of the hose and just as straightforward to reattach the wand. Perhaps a little bit of a letdown is storage of the accessories. There are some fixings on the body of the vacuum to attach a few of them, but not all. And finally, here's the Shark in all its glory now it's fully assembled. You just need to put your foot on the base and pull the handle back at the top to start moving it around. It has swivel steering as shown here with the pivot at the base, and we found that just makes it easy to manoeuvre around the house, and the rubber handle is comfortable to grip. So, how has the Shark coped with Major all these years later? On the whole, not bad at all. The suction power at 750 watts is really impressive, and the anti-hair wrap technology does work reasonably well, especially given the amount of fur it's had to cope with. However, that said, weekly detangling sessions are a necessity, especially as our daughter has very long hair. In general, it is easy to maintain. For example, cleaning the chamber and the filters is no issue at all. The long cable has served us well, and we can vacuum the whole of the house only using 3 plug sockets in total. However, it's not retractable, so it does take a little while to tidy away when you're finished. Our house has a combination of hard spaces and carpeted areas, and we have enjoyed being able to switch between modes easily using the DuoClean technology. And although no one in the household suffers from allergies, we do have friends and families who do, and the HEPA filtration system seems to have done a good job at trapping the dusts and allergens as advertised. The lift-away pod is really handy for the stairs, and the long hose does a brilliant job at reaching cobwebs in the corner of the ceiling. Also, it does feel like a premium vacuum. A little on the heavy side at 7 kilograms, but it has nice little mod cons like these bright LED headlights, which are genuinely useful for dark corners. On the flip side, we did have to replace the floor nozzle unit after 2 years. This cost around £70, but was easy to get hold of and attach. In general, one of the best things about this vacuum cleaner is the overall modular design. You can easily take the separate components apart and replace them easily when needed. Mostly the parts click together well, the only exception being the clip on the back of the wand which the hose attaches to. It doesn't really hold it in place very well and comes apart quite easily. My wife rates this as the best vacuum we've ever had, and that includes a Vax and a Dyson. Major's brother Ozzy lives at my in-laws' house and they use a cordless Dyson, but the battery fails about once every 18 months. So, back to the question at the start of the video, who comes out on top? The Shark or Major the German Shepherd? Well, Major of course. You might be able to replace the parts on the Shark, but Major is irreplaceable. And that's it. I do hope that this has been helpful to you.